to Lewis Alderman. Alderman trying to get around number 35, Bullock, Smith, unable to do so. Angstrom has someone coming strong onto him. Alderman will trap and try to move around here. Sends it upfield to Andy Spanberg. Andy Spanberg going to try to make this one stay in bounds, unable to do so, and Bullock will be there to chase it down for Canton.
The wind might be a big factor in the game in the early portions of this. It looks like it's coming across the field, but it's in Canton's favor right now, blowing towards the Massena goaltender. So that might be a difference also in this first half here, Kurt.
Well, Lewis Alderman came off the field with a grin after the coin toss. He said, "We've got the wind coming into our face." He said, "So we're going to have to work a little bit harder." Yep. Here's Canton breaking down number 34, Bullock, looking to pass it into number 10, Ween, Zachary Ween. Nice head ball right there, directing it down to the foot, and number 32 picks it up, Clark.
Both teams playing a real conservative game so far, Kurt. They're both settling the ball very well.
Here's number 10 with a chance. Goes off Derek Glading. Number 10 passes it over to Mike Bushaw. Mike Bushaw with a shot towards the net. And Mike Verno's there to clear it outside.
Like I was saying, both teams playing a conservative game, passing the ball very well. Each team settling the ball, having time to settle it, take a look up, and get the pass to exactly where they want it. Good example was Lewis Alderman's here, and then the passing play inside the 18 there by Canton. You don't usually get that much time to pass it, but the teams are taking their time. They're picking their heads up, and that's going to be the key. Whoever keeps their cool through this game might walk away with it, and they might not walk away with much, maybe a goal difference.
All right, Tony Angstrom going to look upfield to Lewis Alderman. He sends it up on the right side of the field. Lewis looking all over to make sure he has someone to get it to, and he's going to try to beat the Canton defender right here. Gets it inside. Ken Smith trying to get it back to Alderman, intercepted by Canton, and they'll head it upfield for the Bears. Mike Hewlett controls midfield, has a chance to pass to Angstrom. Angstrom controls, tries to get around Canton. Now they're not going to be able to move it around all the defenders like they've been doing in past games against Potsdam and Ogdensburg. Canton has a tough defensive team so far, Chad.
Definitely. Lewis Alderman with a lot of extra effort there to keep the ball in play, and he played off the Canton player, and he could have chose to let it go out for a corner kick, but he got a nice cross off, and Canton made the nice defensive play in the 18.
Number 36, Flint, looking wide, unable to receive one of his players. Here's Tony Angstrom going to look to start something here for Massena, gets it outside. Josh Spanberg showing good poise, getting it back to Mike Verno. Verno looking wide to Tayo. Goes off of number 20, Zelter, for Canton, and Massena will have a throw-in, and the ball comes inside. And there's a head ball, and it goes up and over the net. Lewis Alderman with a chance there to score for Massena. Beautiful passing play as Alderman got a head on it, and it went over the goaltender Kaiser for Canton.
He timed that one just perfect because the ball was coming funny, and it was just far enough out in front of that Canton player that Lewis could run right around him to get ahead on that. And a nice play over there with Massena. They settled the ball. They took a look. They took a look around. He played it outside, and then a nice throw-in down there and a nice cross, and that opened up a play right there. It could have been a scoring opportunity, but Canton came up lucky on that one.
Here's Lewis Alderman once again trying to get in there, and Canton's just too strong for him to try to get inside. It'll be a throw-in for Alderman. Alderman gets it inside to Smith. Smith looking, and Bushaw's there to make the play for Canton. Kenny Smith takes it right away from him, looks inside for Hewlett, and Canton's there once again to make the nice play. Nice chip pass up to the middle, and Derek Glading is there to intercept. Tony Angstrom looking wide to Ken Smith. Massena passing the ball well so far. He's going to look to cross here, unable to get to it, and pass it inside to Alderman. Alderman with some nice footwork, taken down by number 28, Rycroft. And it'll be a corner kick for Massena.
Lewis did a good job there. Sorry, Kurt. Sorry to cut you out there.
That's
Lewis
right.
did a good job there. He had the play on him, and he took the fall. He knew the ball was going out of bounds, tried to get the foul, but the Canton player played the ball all the way. But it was a nice play on Lewis to try and get that extra effort. You never know what the referee's going to call in a play like that.
All right, well, Lewis Alderman taking all the corner kicks except for one this year, and here he has another chance to score for Massena. Ball comes high. Goaltender right there for Canton is Kaiser making the save for the Golden Bears. So Kaiser's tested early here, and he's showing that he's the reason that he's the starting goaltender. As I noticed, they do have two goaltenders that could start for Canton, unlike Massena. Massena doesn't have anybody that can start that they show on the roster, but they do have a couple people that can play in there, and but they're better outside.
Kaiser seems like he sure can get up and that one just came by past 26 for Massena.
Mike
Hewlett. But, yeah, he looks like he can really get up in the air on those. So his height is a little bit tricky for people to maybe try and put it over his head.
There's Massena native Michael Bushaw looking outside to number 10. Zachary Wine. Wine looking to move around Jeremy Marcel. Marcel hanging tough. Jeremy Marcel is far from gun shy. Right in there playing hard for Massena. I was talking to Mike Albert. Mike Albert did a game with us here. I was talking with his dad, and he said Mike's been helping out the team a little bit, coming over and helping coach the team and just helping them with some of the drills. And it's good to have a player that's played in the system come in and help out the team. And I guess he's having a lot of fun with it, and the kids are having fun with him being here.
Definitely, it's a lot of help when you have an extra person there. You could take Coach Henry could take the offense up and do a little bit of work with the offense, while Mike Albert, who was a defenseman in school with me, and we played defense together, and it put Albert out there, and he can work with the defense a little bit. It helps to try and well-round the team a little bit more. Kenny Smith now on a big break here, Kurt.
Boy, that kid can run. Ken Smith just now standing runner here, and that's helping him play soccer too. Here's a nice try, and just goes off the foot of Josh Bamberg. He's unable to get a good shot off, but at least it's a shot. Ken plays hockey too, and I guess he's really speedy out there, but his size in hockey hurts him a little bit. Didn't see much action for the Red Raider hockey team last year, and I believe that was because of his size, but right here he's showing why he's a good soccer player. Very good speed, and he controls the ball a lot better than he did in the beginning part of the year. Just an outstanding player. Canton player going down, number 32, Clark, looking upfield to number 10, and that's Wine. And there's Mike Verno clearing it outside, and Mark Tiles unable to track that one down for Massena as he fights with number 22, McLean. Here's a nice cross, and Brian Reed comes out, makes a nice play, and he'll punt it up, looking for Lewis Alderman and Josh Bamberg. Goes right between them, and Canton will control the ball here at midfield.
Canton's really passing the ball real well right now and getting some opportunities here along the outside. Sorry to cut you off again.
You were reading my mind. That's exactly what I was going to say. Canton was coming out of my mouth at the same time as you.
Very good game so far, both up and down the field. Both teams playing really good and getting some good opportunities on offense here, and it's going to be like this all game long. No team I feel is going to control this game all the way.
Well, I understand up in Canton, Massena controlled the majority of the game, but Canton must be getting better as the year goes by, and maybe that was it was an early game, so maybe that helped them out to get that loss out of the way.
Definitely. We're going to take a break in the action now for a commercial. You're watching NAC Boys Soccer on Edwards Production Sports. Welcome back to the Massena Central High School. Our score is 0-0, Massena Red Raiders against the Canton Golden Bears. NAC Soccer action, Massena coming into this game undefeated, and Canton with 2 losses. Last time they met up, Kurt, it was a 1-0 game on a penalty shot. We're going to let you take it over once again here for play-by-play.
Handball there at midfield, Clark, and he didn't get the call. Here's Massena. Lewis Alderman pushing a little bit, but no call there. So Massena and Canton showing a little bit of aggressiveness here in the first half, but the referee right on top of that calling a push. It'll be a free kick for number 28 of, Canton Rycroft.
It's going to be a fun game for the referees when you get into these high-pressure games like this with 2 really good, powerful teams. It always gets chippy, so the referees are going to have to stay on top of it, and they're doing a very good job right now of keeping the chippiness down. Call it in the first place, and none of it, you don't have to worry about any of the injuries and stuff coming from the other stuff. And a blistering shot there.
Looked like one of the Massena defenders got a piece of their body on it, but it's a goal kick regardless. Jeremy Marcel miskicked the ball there, led to the nice play by number 10 of Canton Wine, and he just put the ball in front, and unable to get to it was a Canton player, and then it came to him, and he put a nice shot towards the net. Here's Tony Angstrom controlling the ball wide for Massena, and Lewis Alderman looking for Ken Smith, unable to get to him, and Canton once again pressuring. We have a handball on number 22, McLean.
Massena's, or rather Canton's had a lot of the control of the ball in the last 2 or 3 minutes here. Massena's been standing a little bit. I don't know if maybe they're tired. They had some big pushes here, but it seems like they're standing a little bit. They're not going to the ball right now. They need to tighten that up, or Canton's the type of team that can walk right away from it. It doesn't take them long to put the ball in the back of the net.
Number 32, Clark, showing why he's starting here for the Golden Bears. Perfect trap right down to his foot. Watched it, beat 2 Massena players, and just made an awesome play right there. but no one was moving for Canton so he could pass it to him. They all stood still and watched his nice play. Here comes Bushaw and Reed on a foot race, and Reed will win that one. Reed will punt it, almost going out of the penalty area there. Could have been a little trouble for Massena right there as Andy Spanberg picks it up, moving downfield with Bushaw. Number 34 right there, Bullock, is for Canton. Mike Hewlett with a nice through ball to Josh Spanberg. He's got a chance to score here. And he puts it in. Puts it right past the goalkeeper, Kaiser, for Massena's first goal of the game. Just a beautiful pass right there.
An outstanding play. It came from the goalie, and I think it was Andy Spanberg here who carried the ball up. He had a defender on him from Canton, and he put a beautiful pass down inside where Mike Hewlett took it. And an absolute beautiful direct pass right in there for Josh Spanberg, and he did an excellent job of putting that one right. Powerful low shot, and Massena goes up 1-0. Now, that was a big turnaround. Massena standing at the ball, and finally it just it seemed like right after we were talking about it, they decided to buckle down once again and put the pressure on, and they turn it around. They come up with a goal.
They heard us.
Yeah, they heard us. We're going to take a break in the action one more time for a commercial. You're watching NAC Soccer on Edwards Production Sports. Welcome back to Massena Central High School. Massena just scoring their goal there with Josh Spanberg off a beautiful pass from Mike Hewlett. And Massena goes up 1-0 in a real tough game here. So we're going to take it back to Kurt for play-by-play.
Now you see Andy Spanberg, he moved the ball right, and he knows where his brother is all the time, and it's amazing how they play together. I don't know how many goals Josh has got off a pass from his brother. Of course, Mike Hewlett did get the assist, but he fed Mike perfectly in the middle. Andy did, and then he made a nice through pass to Josh.
Now, the one thing that Andy did do good on there, or rather Josh, who scored the goal, he held himself on sides. He could have very easily went off sides, and he held himself up. The Canton player dropped about 2 or 3 steps, and when he did, it gave Josh a chance to put a little bit of speed on, so when that ball did go, that Canton player had to turn, and Josh was gone at that point.
Ken Smith hurdling one of the players for Canton, just now standing play there, and he's going to set up a try for Massena goal. It looked like the ball went out, and it's a goal kick for Canton. Referee from Norfolk, Myers is his last name. I think it's Jim Myers, making a good call right on the situation. It'll be a goal kick for Canton. Ball coming to the far side of the field, coming right to the head of number 29, Mark O'Shea. And Mark Tile's going to look inside for Josh Spanberg's second goal, unable to get to it though. Canton player miskicking there is number 36, Flint. And a nice play by Mike Verno to get the ball out of the Massena zone. And it forces Canton to kick the ball wide.
So Massena's going to get a throw-in off of this. I want to take this time to mention our sponsors for the first time here in the game that we're going to mention. We got the Hotel Nettle on 43 Andrew Street in Massena, Winthrop Furniture, Main Street in Winthrop, LBM Lumber, Route 37 in Hogansburg, Econo Fuels on the South Racket River Road in Massena, Burns Truck Stop number 9 on Route 37 in Hogansburg, Bears Den, Route 37 in Hogansburg, and Northway Carpet and Floor Center on 138 Main Street in Massena. Once again, we want to thank all of our sponsors for helping us out to bring this game here. And please do your shopping at their stores so they can help to sponsor more of our events here for our winter sports and our fall and our spring sports also. So once again, thank you to all of our sponsors.
All right, back to action here. Mike Hill looking to pick up a goal for Massena, unable to get to the ball. And number 34 runs it down for Canton, and that is Bullock. Bullock controlling deep in Canton's end. Going to look for Mike Bushaw. And Ken Smith right there to intercept that one. Number 20 was a nice play, but it goes out of bounds. Zetter will go out of bounds and throw in for Massena. Mike Ganavinet coming in along with Todd Barnhart and Gerald Acosta for Massena. Throw in Barnhart to Smith. Smith's going to look wide, middle of the field to Josh Spanberg, and Todd Barnhart gets a foot on it, and the goalkeeper Kaiser will come out of the net and make the play for Canton. Got to excuse our sniffling. It's getting awful cold, and the wind's blowing right in our face, so there's no way to avoid this.
Definitely, and I'm not used to being out here because I'm usually stuck in the truck, so you guys are the ones that have usually had to fight off the weather here. But,
I don't know if you're being stuck in the truck, though. It's awful warm in there, but I know you're a big soccer fan. You'd rather be out here watching the games.
I'd rather be on the field playing, actually, but I guess if I can
too old, huh?
if I can be here bringing them to you, then that's one of the most important things there to me, too. So Massena now playing tough. A nice cross in there, and defenseman from Canton doing a great job of moving that one out of the zone.
Tony Engstrom going to track this one down for Massena. Passes over to Todd Barnhart. Todd looking over to Josh Bamberg. Push off on one of the players for Canton. He didn't give a number, so it'll be a free kick for Massena. Jeremy Marcel looked to step up to take it.
Should put this one right on net.
Derek Gladding's going to take it as he has all the free kicks from Massena just about this year. Ken Smith tries to get to it. A whistle coming from the football practice. I thought it was for this game.
Ooh, very nice play there by the Massena sweeper back to stop that play. That would have been a breakaway there for Canton.
Derek Gladding stopping that through pass for Massena, and here's Tony Engstrom racing down the field, and Gladding there once again using his head for the second time on Canton surge. Far side, Canton controls the ball. Number 36 picks it up, Flint. Flint top of the bubble, two Massena defenders coming on strong. Mark O'Shea going to try to run it down from Massena, puts it upfield, and here's Josh Bamber going to try to beat number 29, and that's Little.
Massena's tough defense playing an outstanding game. Like I said, that was going to be a big factor, and that's one of their strong points is their defense, not taken away from their offense or anything, but you got to have that strong defense. And getting back to what I've said several times when we've done soccer is whoever controls that midfield positioning is going to win the game, and Massena so far has been controlling the ball at midfield.
So Donnelly and Wallace will enter the game for Canton. Bushaw will come out of the game for Canton, and I believe number 36 will leave the game, Flint, for Canton. Here's Ken Smith looking to take the ball away from the Canton offensive player. Todd Barnhart unable to get it up to him. Mike Inhabitant over to Gerald Acosta. Acosta gets it taken away. Here's Engstrom. Nice play to stay strong there. And you can hear Shane Beach yelling to his teammates. He wants to be out there playing against Canton, but he's unable to do so. Here's Gerald Acosta trying to get it at midfield, and that's Mark O'Shea trying to get it also. And Josh Bamberg will run it down before it goes out of bounds.
Oh, that was a nice leave there by the Acosta Matos there for
Massena.
For Massena's. I'm trying to think of his name. Virno. Like Virno. I knew that one. Or Shane, rather.
Here's a foot race. Derek Gladding going to try to beat down number 15, Martin. And it'll be a throw-in far side of the field. Martin will take it for Canton. Comes out to number 32, Clark. Ball coming midfield. Alderman looking for it. And a shot coming towards the net. Brian Reed will one-hop it. Number 34, Bullock with a shot. Just about quarter of the field there, and he took a nice shot, but Reed was there once again to one-hop it.
Massena playing a well-rounded game. As the ball comes down into their defensive zone, all the players are dropping back in. That makes it a well-rounded defense, and it also helps you when you're trying to move the ball out of your zone. You got more players to make up your diamonds and stuff to move the ball upfield for your square passing and stuff.
All right, here's Lewis Alderman going to look upfield and move away. And a little collision. Lewis Alderman called on the push there. Number 23, Donnelly, sets the ball up for 20, Zader, and he'll take the free kick for the Golden Bears. Oh, nice kick right there. And Canton threatening number 23, Donnelly unable to get his foot on the ball, and Mike Hewitt will enter the game for Massena.
Derek Gladding getting ahead on that one, and that's what the key was right there, because there were three Canton players around him, and he just got a little bit more height over him, and he was lucky to get ahead on that one. That was a nice ball that was sent in there, perfect. Dropped it right around the 6-yard box.
Here's a goal kick for Massena. Derek Gladding gets it right to Lewis Alderman, just a little bit above his head, and Alderman coming back to forecheck for Massena. And Todd Barnhart playing outstanding right there, and he puts it out of bounds, and Donnelly will run it down for a throw-in for the Golden Bears. Donnelly gets it into Zider. Ball comes inside. Marcel and Barnhart looking to stop it for Massena. And we have a goal kick for Massena as the ball went off of number 23, Donnelly.
Okay, we're going to take another break in the action for a commercial. 1-0 here, Massena over the Canton Golden Bears for NAC Soccer on Edwards Production Sports. Welcome back to soccer action here from Massena Central High School. Massena's up 1-0 here. Canton controlling the ball for most of the last, I'd say, 5 or 10 minutes here, Kurt, and having a couple opportunities. And Massena's dropped all their players back in to do some defending right now.
That's something you don't want to do, especially against Canton. You want to try to get your offense working as much as you can, But when Canton's playing such an outstanding offensive game, you have no choice. Ball's looking to go out of bounds. It does go out of bounds, as Pat Henry's hoping the ball does, and it does. Here's Jeremy Marcel to throw the ball in for Massena. He's going to look probably back to a nabbing it. But he goes all the way for Alderman as number 25 steps in, Wallace, to intercept the play. And 32, and that is Clark. Nice passing shown by Canton. Ball comes inside. Brian Reed's going to come out. One hop, gets one hand on it, and the ball's lifted up over the net by number 22, McLean. Massena's defenseman might have wanted to get out of the way a little bit. Reed has to be louder and yell out and say, "This is my ball. Get out of the way. I'm going to grab this one."
Also, something to me Massena could have done in that play is when they can see that they dropped the ball back for the player, number 32, for Canton to send it through. Massena could have pulled up and maybe tried to get Canton off sides in that one, too, which would have stopped that dangerous play.
All right, Gladding with the goal kick. Going to look to Alderman. Ball's going to run out of bounds. Nice play by number 20, Zetter, for Canton to let it run out. He cheats a little bit there, coming up a little farther than where it went out, but that always happens in soccer anyway. Here's Jeremy Burt looking inside for number 4, John Paul Fauché. Fauché battling inside with Clark of Canton. Alderman with a nice play coming around the Canton defender. Looking upfield for Burt. Burt a little gun shy, taken away by Canton, but it's a miss kick. Matos looking far side to control. Number 29 for Canton is there a little.
Goes out of bounds for Massena throwing on the far side as Matos put the pressure on and just gave Canton nothing but to kick it out of bounds.
All right, Mike Hewlett, nice play there to move around the Canton defenders. He's going to probably get across. We have a Brown charge there called against number 20, Zeider. He came from this side of the field to that side of the field in a flash, and he's helping the defense out over there.
I think in some of the practices, Mr. Henry must have did a little bit of acting classes because Massena does a good job of acting on some of these fouls. But hey, that's what you got to do. You got to do some of your acting to get some of these calls, and they sure help. That's for sure. Barnhart coming way back and doing a great job on that one.
The call against either Alderman or Barnhart, somebody lifted up their arm, and I didn't really see it myself as someone lifting up their arm. The charge was called. I think Canton had the free kick.
I think it might have been against Barnhart because Alderman was still running back from the play. But either way, there was a call, and play goes on.
Clark, nice pass inside to number 10, Wine. Oh, a nice shot. And Mike Verno stands strong for Massena. Number 22 getting the shot, Zeider. Just an outstanding play. Quick throw in far side, but the Canton player wants to come in, make a substitution, and he does. All right, here's a throw in on the far side for Canton. Ball up by the 18-yard mark. Canton getting the ball back inside, not letting up one bit. Rycroft sending it in for the Golden Bears. Here's number 22 with a shot. Might have been deflected by a Massena player, but it's called a goal kick. And Spanberg, Tayo, Angstrom, and Smith will enter the game for Massena as Fauché, Anabanet, Costa Matos, and Barnhart will leave the game for Massena.
Okay, we got about 15 minutes left to play in this half here. We got some changes. We're going to take a break in the action. You're watching NAC Soccer on Edwards Production Sports. Welcome back to the Massena Central High School. 1-0 here, Massena over the Canton Golden Bears. Kurt having to step out for a minute, so Scott Edwards is with me now. Scott, a fantastic game being played here. What do you think from what you've seen so far?
So far, it looks like it's Canton has the power, but it's going back and back, and it looks like it's going to be a very good game and close all the way to the end.
Canton's always had played the style of game that's on the ground, very settled, short passing, and they do it so well. But Massena's had the break so far in this game, and there's been a big difference. But Canton's been pressing, and I think there's a card coming out now, and we do have a yellow card called here, deliberate elbow called against number 36 of Canton, which is Mike. On 16, rather, which is Mike Bushoff for the Canton Golden Bears. As number 25 for Massena, Mike Hewlett went down. or rather 26 for Massena, Mike Hewlett. So as the referees are squaring things around now, Kurt's back here. We want to thank Scott for helping us out here for a second. Scott's usually here to do the games. Unfortunately, we weren't able to bring the mobile truck out with us today because of some things, so it gave me a chance to do some commentating, something I've been wanting to do and haven't been able to. But Scott will be back for more commentating action next week. And we're going to turn it back over to Kurt. We just had a yellow card, and fill Kurt in on this, on number 16, and Mike Bushaw for Canton for deliberate elbowing. And so Massena now has a free kick there and goes straight through the box. I'll turn it back over to you, Kurt.
All right, thanks, Chad. Goal kick coming up for Canton. Unfortunate something like that happened, but that's soccer, you know. Sometimes in a tough game like this, little things like that happen. Taking the goal kick for Canton, looks like number 29. That's Little. Ball comes out. Andy Spanberg with a nice play to pass back to Engstrom. Engstrom back to Spanberg. Spanberg going to look back to Lewis Alderman, and it'll be a throw in this side for Canton. Number 20 is Zetter for Canton. Going to throw it in. Nice play for Alderman. Couple head balls there. Tayo and Burt head balls. Ball's going to come outside real close to the cameraman, Tim Cole. I'd like to thank him for volunteering his time coming here and braving the cold weather. I could see him braving the cold weather for the football season because he's a big football fan, but soccer season, and it's just good to have him helping us all the time.
I'm going to have 2 dents in my truck after this game so far. I've been plugged with 12 of them already. We shoot out the back of the truck there so we can get up in the air a little bit. But we want to thank Timmy for helping us out. He does a lot with the business, a lot of volunteering, and you know, you don't find too many people like that will volunteer so much time. But Timmy does a good job helping you with sports vision, and he helps out with our mobile stuff also, which is you can't do it with 1 or 2 people, that's for sure. So we want to thank Timmy for helping out as usual.
Ball comes inside. Mike Burnham making a choice to let the ball roll a little bit, and Canton almost had a chance to score, but Derek Gladding making a nice play to come back and help out.
Looks like the first half is over at the JV game. We'll see if we can try and come up with a score here for halftime to see if we can report it to you. Massena Red Raider JV's going up against the Canton Gold Bears also.
They're outstanding team. I believe they're 8-3-1 now. They were 7-3-1, and as of Tuesday's broadcast, and I believe they won that game against Norfolk's JV team. Massena's girls team went up to I believe 5-4 on the season, so they picked up a win against Norfolk. So all teams doing outstanding against Norfolk teams on Tuesday.
Call called against Canton's number 20, and now a free kick off of that push that Lewis Alderman's been waiting for all game, finally getting his call, and then all the way on the far side, Mike Hewlett's offsides on a free kick here as number 44 for Massena took it there, Derek Gladding.
Just zipping up my winter coat as Kathy Hodge brought it to me. It's very, very cold out here now, and I needed my winter coat. I didn't think so. It's usually colder back here behind the high school than it is anywhere in Massena, it seems like. All right, here's Ken Smith battling at midfield for the ball, and he goes around 2 people for Canton, just now standing speed here. He's going to try to push it inside to Alderman. Alderman turns and twists and unable to get to it, and the Canton defender, number 28, Rycroft, with a nice play to get it out of the Canton zone.
Kenny Smith with nothing but all effort there to get that ball. He was surrounded by 3 of them, made a nice move, slid it through him, and hustled outside, tried to get it into Lewis Alderman, but just a little bit too far ahead, and the Canton Golden Bears knocking it out of bounds on a nice play there in their defensive zone.
Tony Engstrom with a couple head and shoulder fakes there, moving the ball around. A push called against number 25 of Canton, and that is Wallace. Free kick for Massena. Derek Gladding steps in once again to take it. He's going to send it in the middle, and it's an offsides call against Massena. Looks like either Hewlett or Spanberg was offsides on that play.
They're so close to the net there, and the wind's a little bit tricky in this one. They should put that ball right on net. You never know. The more shots you get on net, the more likely it's going to go in. So on a free kick that close there, you're about 30 yards out. There's no reason why Coach Henry shouldn't be telling them to go for the goal and then get the players in there for the rebound and hope that it's a tricky shot for the goalie to handle, or you never know. If you get it high enough, a lot of times the goalies will lose their place in the net and it'll drop right in behind them.
All right, here's Canton trying. A white hole called against, I believe, number 10, Jeremy Marcel, or number 24, Andy Stamberg. But anyway, it'll be a free kick for Canton. Number 21 or 20 will step in to take his sider. Far post shot. No one gets a foot on it for Canton, but nice step up there and goes off the knee of Josh Spanberg. Nice low send through. Number 25 tries to get a foot on it for Canton, and Andy Spanberg goes down and makes a nice play to get it. Lewis Alderman's going to try to take this ball away from number 20, and that is Zader. Ball comes back to Jeremy Marcel. Nice play to keep it out of the zone. 34 coming hard is Bullock. Bullock far side. Nice slide tackle there by Alderman, keeping everything down. Couple substitutes for Canton coming in. Number 32, Clark, and number 22, McLean. Clark playing outstanding for Canton. It's good to see him come back in for the Golden Bears because he's an outstanding player, and he's one of the players you want to see in there when they're down 1-0.
As the ball came out off of that play there when Massena cleared the zone and Lewis Alderman came out here, Lewis should have stopped and contained the man here because he overran him, and that gave Canton another opportunity to maybe plug that ball back down in there.
Nice pass by Alderman to send Kenny Smith downfield, but he tries to flip it through and get it past the Golden Bear defender, and he gets right to it, and it comes back into Massena's zone.
If he would have contained him, he would have maybe let the Canton player make the mistake, and Lewis might have been able to get that ball for a breakaway because there was only that defender and another one back.
It was good to see Lewis Alderman on the play over here where he slid tackled one of the players for Canton. He made an outstanding play where he kept his hands down. He made a clean slide tackle, and there was no penalty. The ball just went out of bounds, and that relieved some of the pressure from Massena as well. Here comes Josh Spanberg trying to trap the ball. He's going to send it up for Ken Smith as Kenny stays on sides. Ball's going to run out wide, but number 23, Donnelly tries to keep it in for Canton. Andy Spanberg's going to send Ken Smith. Ken Smith looking to beat number 34. Arms up, Bullock. And the ball comes back in for the keeper for Canton as Mike Hewlett's right on the doorstep.
Kenny Smith yelling to the referee asking for a pushing foul on that one, but both players going real strong, and it was a nice call for the referee not to call it because both players with equal pressure. Beautiful pass through the legs there. Massena with an opportunity here with Kenny Smith, a left footer.
Wow.
A beautiful save by the Canton goalie. What an opportunity there for Massena. Some beautiful ball opportunities there and some beautiful passing. And
we have
like
fans from Canton here.
Looks like the crowd's out tonight for this game for both Massena and Canton coming out with the real cold weather. But Massena gets a corner kick off of this one with Lewis Alderman again.
You're seeing people here that you don't normally see. Nice ball inside, and it goes off the head of one of the Canton defenders. And a beautiful play, looks like, by number 22, McLean. Ball's going to go wide. Mike Burno's going to try to stop the ball. Here's a play by McLean stepping up. He's got three defenders from Massena coming on him. He felt the pressure and got the ball away to number 10, and that is Wine. White trip called against Massena. Wine will set it up and get a kick on the goal of Massena. He might have wanted to wait for some of his players, and Engstrom will clear the zone for the Red Raiders.
Contain him. Ball played out along the side here, and we have a foul again called against
Roger Ducharme from Canton, the coach, a little upset at that call because he thought it was against Canton.
Yeah, but there was a foul. I think it was on Lewis Alderman, a kicking foul, so Canton with another direct kick here. And Canton's been down the Massena zone most of this later part of the first half, Kurt, and they've had some good opportunities, but Massena's playing some outstanding defense.
The one person I wouldn't want to be right now on that field is Brian Reed. He's a hero, but if Canton scores, he could be the GOAT.
Yeah,
but he's playing outstanding in there for Massena.
And Canton has such a strong offense. They pass the ball so well, and they work the ball around so well. It's it's a wonder they haven't put it in the back of the net, to be honest with you. Massena's playing just as strong of defense as Canton is playing offense. So I'm surprised that the game is only 1-0, and then again, I'm surprised there was a goal scored. Both teams just playing outstanding.
Andy Spanberg jumping up and trying to bat the ball away, and not a very sportsmanlike play by Andy. I think his emotions got a hold of him as the throw-in went in. And here's a read throw by number 23. Donnelly throws it down to number 10, and that is Wine. Wine will look to throw the ball in for Canton down in the far part of the field.
And when the player from Massena tried to block that ball there. Andy Spanberg, the coach for Canton, was calling for a card, trying to talk the referee into a card there. And so actually Andy got away pretty lucky there because it could have been a card.
If I was the referee, the card would have been out of my pocket real fast. That's not something you do in soccer. Ball comes past midfield, number 34 for Canton. Bullock tries to make the play, and Josh Bamberg looking to set up Ken Smith, but the ball taken away once again by the strong Canton defense. Angstrom looking wide for Mark Tile. Mark Tile looking to set something up, sends Josh Bamberg far for Massena. He's going to try to get across on this one, and he tries to get it to his left foot, and he miskicked, and he got another chance, but it hit the side of the net. Be a goal kick for Canton.
Boy, Angstrom from Massena is a very strong stopper back for a defender. He's very composed. He settles the ball very well and passes extremely well for a defenseman in high school soccer. You don't see a lot of composure like that, but boy, he really knows how to settle that ball. He picks his head up real nice, and he creates a lot of the plays from way back in that defensive zone.
Mike Hewlett playing good there, trying to get a shot off on a Kaiser. Kaiser comes in, and he dropped the ball after Mike got up and away, as Mike had a nice slide tackle there on the goaltender. Here's Angstrom, as you said before, passing it to Spanberg. Spanberg looking inside to his brother, Josh.
He's almost like a sponge. He's in the middle of four people, and he gets a pass that's chest high, and he seems to take that ball in one touch, and it's on the ground completely settled, and then he moves it, and that's just outstanding trapping and playing there for, like I said again, for a fullback.
And that's something that college coaches will be looking for. Once Section 10 comes, I hope Tony can come in and play some outstanding play for Massena during the playoffs as he's done all year, because that's, I think, when the soccer coaches come out to look, because they're busy right now with their own season. Here's Kenny Smith with a chance, sending Lewis Alderman in the middle. He's got a chance here to put his shot on net, and a missed kick, but player for Canton, number 20, was there. Zeider for Canton making a nice play.
Kenny Smith with all effort over there. He wasn't going to let the ball roll out of bounds. He kicked it off of the Canton player and got himself an opening, and he sent it through for Lewis Alderman. Lewis Alderman put a foot on it, but he was unable to put it in the back of the net. If he could have maybe tried to settle that ball and cut it back, he had the Canton player coming at him. He might have been able to stop the ball as the Canton player slid by him. He would have had a little bit more time to settle it, but in those situations, you don't think like that. It's just the ball's coming, do something.
Hindsight is wonderful. When you can look back on it and analyze it, it's a little easier. But
when you look back at it, you can come up with 10,000 different things to do. But at the time, there's one thing on your mind. Put it in the back of the net any way you can.
I remember the game against Ogdensburg. I wish, I bet you, Lewis wanted to do that one shot down here. I could still see the ball coming across. He had a nice shot, wide open net, and he put it up and over the net. I know he wants to do 10,000 things with that ball now. All right, Canton with a free kick just over midfield. Under 2 minutes left here in the first half. Nice shot on net. And Brian Reed jumps out and shows why he's the starting goaltender for Massena, making an outstanding play. He'll punt the ball a little bit under midfield. Nice head ball by number 34, Bullock.
Canton's number 10 had a beautiful opportunity there, wide open in the center of the field like that, and the ball just too far over his head for him to put it in the back of the net. So Massena squeaks out of that one once again.
Andy Spanberg getting nice play. Kenny Smith getting pushed off the ball there, but Canton will control regardless. Nice passing from the outside to the inside. Tony Engstrom will take the ball away there. And once again, try.
Come on.
We got a
the referee. That was a little bit of a tricky call there. If you're coming at the ball and you're playing the ball, if a player is standing still and you bump into him, it's not really a foul. But the referee calls it, and that's the way it goes.
It's a foul. Nice high kick. Mike Verna with a head ball on it. Ball comes up top of the 18. Nice clear by Tony Engstrom. Ball goes wide. Josh Bamber going to run it down, keep it in bounds for the Red Raiders. As less than a minute left to play here in the first half as Don Jacoby gets out on the field. We're going to listen to her count it down and let us know. Mike Hewlett with a chance here, trying to send Kenny Smith on the left side of the field. Sends him once again, but the Canton defender's there to make the play, and he's got a few places he can go. He turns it upfield to number 23, Donnelly. Donnelly looking inside, and nice slide tackle by Spanberg. Comes back to Donnelly. Donnelly to line. Ball goes out of bounds. Jeremy Marcel going to take his time to throw this ball in because he knows that Massena's defense is getting tired. And they want to just milk the time that they do have left.
10
Derek
seconds.
Glatting, 10 seconds left. No delay game called wanted, so they're going to let the time run down. that'll end the half, and Massena coming out with a goal from Josh Bamberg with the assist to Mike Hewlett on a nice goal there. Beautiful through pass, and that's what Massena's been trying to do the whole half. They come out with one goal, and Canton's got to be a little nerved right now that they haven't scored a goal. They just played outstanding, and they have 2 goals that they should have had. But goaltender Brian Reed's been there.
Both teams playing outstanding. To recap that goal, Massena, both teams came out with fire in their eyes, both with opportunities, playing some very good defense and very good offense on both teams. Massena started to lay back there in the early part of the first half, Kurt, and then all of a sudden it was like as soon as we started talking about it, it must have been ringing in their ears. And Andy Spanberg with a little extra effort over here on the coast side of the field with us, and he put a beautiful ball inside, and Mike Hewlett with the extra effort to beat one player, and he put a beautiful ball right inside for Josh Spanberg, and he did an excellent job to put a nice, powerful shot down to the left-hand side on Kaiser for Canton, and Massena goes up 1-0, and from there it's just been a back-and-forth game the whole game. Canton playing an outstanding offensive game in the later portions of this, controlling the ball, keeping Massena in their defensive zone for about 90% of the second half of the first half, and Massena squeaked out of a few couple tough situations, and also Canton squeaking out of a couple tight situations down there with Kenny Smith making a good effort on the far side of the field and moving the ball across for Louis Alderman, trying to put that one in the back of the net. So it's 1-0 after the first half. We're going to take a break in the action. We're going to go to a commercial. 1-0 Massena over the Canton Golden Bears. You're watching all this NAC Soccer on Edwards Production Sports. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Massena Central High School. 1-0 going into second half action here, Kurt. A very exciting game between the Massena Red Raiders and the Canton Golden Bears. And we're going to see what this outcome comes. Both teams playing outstanding offense and defense. Canton, of course, controlling, I think, most of the offensive game in the first half. But Massena coming up with the goal, and that's what counts. It isn't whoever controls the ball the most, it's who puts it in the back of the net.
Well, as you see, at halftime when they ended the half, Canton came out, walked on the field like, hey, back to business. Massena came out of their huddle all fired up and ready to go as the shot comes on Brian Reed. And that's what Massena needs. They need to get fired up and get some offense moving here. Before I forget, I do have to mention to everybody, I know they probably have already heard it, but my Toronto Blue Jays in the World Series for the first time ever. I've been waiting for this for a long time. They're going to be playing the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta pulled out a squeaker in the bottom of the ninth inning last night against the Pirates, and they're going to be playing Atlanta. First game's in Atlanta.
I think that's tomorrow night also, isn't it? The first game?
I believe so. I'm not positive. I think they're going to give them another travel day, but
it is tomorrow night. As Donna Jacoby leans over and tells us.
I didn't get a chance to read the papers, and I was too excited to worry about what day the World Series is going to come on after I found out they won. Because I was listening to the radio. First time I've had to listen to the radio to hear the game, but I guess that's what you got to do when you're working.
That's for sure.
But I got home to see the final 3 innings. Here's Kenny Smith breaking down the far side of the field, beating 2 players from Canton, puts it inside. But Canton's player's right there to make the nice play. Number 24, 34. That is Bullock. Tony Angstrom. Far side, nice play to Tayo. Moves it around a couple players. The same player. He's got to get rid of it here. Nice down pass to Ken Smith. Ken Smith in a foot race. Has to get rid of it a little earlier. Gets a shot towards the net. Oh, the goaltender for Canton comes out and puts an elbow right to the head of one of the players from Massena, and he is down. A lot of people hollering about that one, want to see a call made, and we'll be back right after this commercial break. You're watching NAC Soccer Action, Massena 1, Canton nothing on Edwards Production Sports.
Northway Carpet and Floor Center. Stop in and see for yourself the large selection of floor coverings, from carpets and vinyl flooring to wallpaper and blinds. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturdays 9 to 2, and open evenings by appointment. That's the Northway Carpet and Floor Center, located at 138 Main Street in Massena, or phone them at 315-769-7231. Welcome back to the Massena Central High School after this commercial break. Josh Bamberg coming off the field now, off an injury, off a call there that I'll come out and say it. I think it should have been called there. A Massena player was dragged down in the box, and then the goalie. I wouldn't call it on the goalie. The goalie was coming out to play the ball. That's something that happens when the goalie's coming out. It's his job to protect that goal, but I think there might have been something, should have been something called there with the 2 players dragging down Josh Bamberg, but nothing called, and hey, the referees are the ones that had the final say. They didn't call it, and so the game goes on. Massena without the penalty shot or anything. There's going to be a drop ball all the way over on the other side, and it's going to be Lewis Alderman and number 16 for Canton taking it. Lewis Alderman wins it, and Kurt, you can take it from here.
Lewis Alderman with a nice move inside. Just grazes off of Mike Hewlett's head. All right, Brian Reed taking his time, going to get a better kickoff here. The ball comes to the sidelines, comes right to Coach Henry, and he'll stop the ball and get it for number 22, McLean, to throw the ball in.
Boy, what a game this has turned out to be, huh, Kurt? Definitely the big matchup that has always been Canton against Massena. There's always some injuries. There's always some really hard knocking and stuff, and we're going to see a lot more of this, I think, in the later part of the second half here.
Especially if no one gets a goal.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, if it stays 1-0 Massena, or Massena hops up 2-0, it's going to be a thing for Canton to try to come back, and they're going to be really frustrated by not getting a goal on Massena. Here comes Canton with another surge. Number 36 getting a left foot on it, Flint, and the ball goes out of bounds for a goal kick for Massena. And Chopper Verno is going to chase the ball down for the Red Raiders as John Paul Giannis will kick the ball in from the sidelines and get a goal kick for Massena.
Massena's going to have to be careful here. They don't want to make a mistake in that box and cause a penalty shot or anything like that. So the best thing to do here is to play heads up in that defensive zone. But when they come around that box, they got to put the pressure on and really start busting the knuckles. And once in a while, you got to play the tough soccer if you want to stay in the game. And hey, Canton's here to play some tough soccer. Massena's going to have to play just as tough.
Right there, it's good to see Mike Hewlett and number 32 of Canton go up for a head ball. Clark, they both went straight up, staying away from the chippy play. Here comes Canton back, battling with Josh Bamberg. This is number 36, Flint. Flint's going to put it far side for number 25, Wallace. Wallace going to look to cross the ball. Nice play to get around Andy Spanberg. Tony Engstrom's going to try to make a play on him. And Derek Gladding heads it out of the box, but it comes right back in. Mike Bushaw with a chance. Brian Reed coming out, making a nice save. Mike Bushaw keeping his foot from kicking the goaltender. Nice sportsmanship play there by Bushaw, realizing they didn't have a chance. Kenny Smith, nice play to keep the ball in. Ball comes back to 34. Ken Smith, nice play. Josh Mayberg's going to send it for Ken Smith. Ken Smith's going to try to cut off a pass.
Boy, does he have speed. He is so fast.
And the good thing about that, he showed why he's one of the top players in the Northern Athletic Conference. He blocked a chance for Canton to get it back to their goaltender, forced him to kick it out of bounds, and gave Massena a throw-in. Here's Engstrom trying to turn for Massena, number 16, Bushaw for Canton, going to take it himself, but stopped by Jeremy Marcel. Here's Derek Gladding going to look down for Ken Smith, unable to get to it. Mark Tyo will control for Massena. Nice pass inside to Engstrom. Engstrom trying to one-touch to Hewlett, unable to get to it. Here's number 32 for Canton, breaking down Clark. And Mike Verno makes a nice play there from Massena. Arms coming up. Ball going off of Engstrom, so Reed's going to have to come out and make a play on that. Derek Gladding with a head ball, and he's going to try to keep it in bounds. He does. Ball coming to middle of the playing surface here. And number 34 with a nice play, Bullock. Bullock inside to number 22, McLean. McLean gets it taken away by Engstrom. Number 20 will put it back in. Zeider for Canton. Josh Bamberg. Obstruction called against number 34. That's Bullock from Canton. Not letting Josh Bamberg make the play on the ball. And a miss kick there by Engstrom trying to get it to Mark Tyo. Engstrom's got Bush on his back. Nice move to get the ball away from him. He'll pass it back to Mike Verno. Verno back to Engstrom. Engstrom has Bushaw strong on his back. Alderman coming in for a head ball along with number 29, Little for Canton. And no one gets to it. The ball goes downfield here for Canton. Wine looking far side of the field. We'll push the ball inside for number 36 from Canton. And Derek Gladding will go down on the play. 36 is Flint. We got a corner kick for Canton as number 15, Martin, will enter the game for the Golden Bears. What were you saying, Chad?
Massena stand a little bit like they were in the earlier part of that first half again. Need to get them going to the ball a little bit more, and maybe they might be getting a little bit tired. Maybe Pat Henry might want to put a couple subs in, but maybe this little change here is giving them a little bit of rest, get a little wind, and pick up the pace here because Canton's really putting the pressure on here.
Ball goes out of bounds, be another corner kick. The other side, though, for Canton. And you're right, Chad. Massena showing a lot of different looks in the Norfolk game, coming out and throwing everybody in different substitutes once they pulled up 1-0 on Norfolk, and you're not seeing that today. And some of these players are getting tired. You can tell in their expressions and the way they're playing the game. They're not playing to the best of their ability. All right, here's a corner kick, and number 36 Flint will take it for Golden Bears. Gets a high kick, but it's behind the net. And it'll be a goal kick for the Red Raiders.
I'm going to take this sorry, take this
You're
time.
going out of your mind.
There we go. I'm going out of my mind. I'm going to take this time to mention our sponsors once again that bring this game to us. Hotel Netto, 43 Andrew Street in Massena. Winthrop Furniture, Main Street in Winthrop. LBM Lumber, Route 37, Hogansburg. Econo Fuel, South Racket River Road in Massena. Burns Truck Stop, number 9, Route 37 in Hogansburg. Bears Denim, Route 37 in Hogansburg, and Northway Carpet and Floor Center, 138 Main Street, Massena. Once again, thank you for helping us to bring these games to the people of Massena and the surrounding areas. We're going to turn it back over to Kurt here.
Here's Josh Bamberg fighting on the far side of the field with number 28, Rycroft, for Canton. Both going down. We'll see what the call is. It'll be a throw-in for Massena. Lewis Alderman will take the throw.
Oh, it's a direct kick.
It's a direct kick. There's a push-off call. And the ball comes right inside the zone. Oh, the goaltender for Canton showing a lot of toughness coming out of the net. He'll come out of the net, get a hand on it there. Looks like they're going to call a handball. Indirect called for Massena.
Massena should take their time, let them move the wall because they've got to be 10 yards back, and all they got to do is just take the shot. They got to wait for the whistle. So Massena squeaks out of that one. They need to take their time and settle it down.
Now, an indirect kick, Chad, means someone has to touch it besides the person making the kick.
Exactly. There must be 2 touches on the ball from Massena to play the ball and 1 to put it in the back of the net or whatever.
Now can it hit a Canton defender and then go in?
Yes, it can. So Massena should actually put... See, what they're going to do is they should just...
Blasting it off the Canton defender, and looks like it'll be a corner kick for Massena. So Canton's not out of this yet as they move their defenders out of the area. And Alderman might want to try to get a kick off as soon as he can here to catch Canton off guard.
And Canton got lucky on that one, boy. That was a nice hard shot by Engstrom, but the goalie was right there to get a hand on it.
My instincts, if I was one of the players in there, would be to put my hand up, but they can't. Here's a nice ball inside. Goaltender coming out, flailing arms is Kaiser. Makes a nice play. And Massena's players are always right there at the ball, too. But Kaiser getting an advantage, of course. He can jump up and use his hands, and that gives him an extra 1.5 with his reach up in the air to get away from the players of Massena.
He needs to be a little bit careful there because he's taken a little bit more of that to his advantage coming out there with some charging there and stuff. I know he's playing the ball, and the goalie does have the advantage, but you can only take it so far, and he's playing an outstanding game. He just got to be careful he doesn't take it too far when he comes out on that.
Brian Reed getting lucky there as the ball went off of him. Wine right there for Canton, making a nice play to get a shot on net. Kenny Smith's going to try to keep this punt in bounds. He does so. Very nice play. And number 20 is forced to kick it out of bounds, Zaire, for Canton. Tyler's going to send Smith downfield, and Zyder's got to kick it out of bounds once more for Canton.
Kenny Smith right on the back and heels of him here. Kenny's playing an outstanding game today. Hustle, I've seen him from one side of the field to the other and back down into the defensive zone and just playing a really good game here for Massena today.
That's twice that Kenny's forced the players for Canton to kick the ball out of bounds. He cuts off a pass from the fullback to the keeper. He cuts that off all the time, and the fullback from Canton's forced to kick the ball out of bounds because he can't go upfield with it either, as Massena's usually right there. Here's Mark Tile looking to take the ball away from number 22, McLean. Good passing in the back zone by Canton. Zyder's going to try to keep this one in bounds. He does, looking upfield, but he does kick it out of bounds further down the field as Inhabitant, Acosta, and Barnhart are going to come in and replace some of those tired players, as we said before.
Both teams playing outstanding, and Massena having a couple better opportunities. I won't say more because Canton's definitely had more opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net. Massena having some better opportunities, closer plays, and the only thing that's keeping Canton in the game so far is Kaiser in the nets because it could have been 2 or 3 to nothing by now.
Here's a nice play. Brian Reed coming out of the net, and it's a goal kick for Massena. Number 15 right there for Canton is Martin, making a nice play. Goal kick taken again by Gladding. Set down by Reed. Kick comes up high over the player of Canton. Acosta passes it to Smith. Smith's going to beat a player number 20, and that is Zeider. And Zeider knew he was beat, so he tried to swing his foot to get the ball. Unable to do so, but the ball goes out of bounds off a missed kick of Smith. Zeider's going to throw the ball in. Nice high throw to 15, and that is Martin. Martin looking downfield. Verno's going to probably try to kick it off him, unable to hit him. Ken Smith coming on with Zeider. And those two have been fighting quite a while. It's a Brown throw-in. Zeider's going to take it. Kenny Smith looks like he's hurt, or he's just a little upset at the call, but it was a Canton throw-in, as we saw. Kenny Smith coming in, trying to play against Zeider once again. Todd Barnhart directing the ball over towards Verno. Alderman looking to turn the ball upfield. A collision right there. Alderman's down.
We have a stop in the action here, I guess.
So we're going to take this time to take a look at some of the sponsors we have bringing this game to you. We'll be right back with more soccer action. Massena 1, Canton 0 on Edwards Production Sports.
Here at Econo Fuels Showcase Room, we would like to introduce to you Thermal Pride, the finest in residential heating and air conditioning equipment. I suggest you see the cutaway of the Octotherm oil-fired furnace from Thermal Pride. They're built better to last longer and engineered to perform better than any on the market, with a limited lifetime warranty on the heat exchanger and a 3-year warranty on the burner. We also have Thermal Pride's high-efficiency condensing gas furnace. With the radiant burner of this condensing gas furnace, heat is actually transferred faster, providing warmer air more quickly and efficiently. Come down and see this high-quality Thermal Pride forced air equipment at Econo Fuels on the South Racket River Road, Massena, New York.
Okay, welcome back to Massena Central High School. 1-0 here in NAC varsity boys action here. Massena 1-0 over the Canton Golden Bears, and an outstanding game it's turned out to be. A rough game, lots of opportunities on both sides, some fantastic goalkeeping for Canton, and it's just been an overall well-rounded game, both offensively and defensively for both teams. So it's starting to get into the later portions of the second half. Not much time left in this game here. Canton needs to put one in the back of the net. And we're going to turn the ball, or the game back over to you, Kurt. I'd like to turn the ball over to you, but
here's Lewis Alderman going far. And one thing I've noticed, when two players come in on a one-on-one, the ball comes in, we have a card here coming up to the player from Canton. One thing I noticed, when there's a one-on-one, the ball comes in between two players. We're going to wait here and see what the call is.
A yellow card
to number 28 of Canton, I believe. That is Greg Rycroft.
So that's Canton's second yellow card here in the game.
Unsportsmanlike conduct called against Rycroft. All right, one thing I noticed, when two players, like I was saying before, come to the ball, what's happening is they're making the play, and then they're finishing each other off. They're hitting each other, kicking each other, tripping each other, and that's where the chippy play is occurring a lot of the times. If you get beat by the ball, hey, the player made a better move than you, accept it, and move on with the play, and everybody's just making a little bit extra activity after they get beat by the ball.
There's been that's how a lot of injuries are brought about, the chippiness after plays. But hey, it goes back to the same old thing: Canton against Massena. That's all you have to say. It's been a big rival in Northern Athletic Soccer for a long time here, and when Canton and Massena get together to play, it's a war out there.
All right, when I was walking onto the field to come to do the game today, Canton arrived just about the same time as I did. And when they walked on, they looked like warriors. They just no talking, and what they talked about was the game. They had their game faces on. They walked onto the field, and that's all it was. It was down to business. Mark O'Shea entering the game to replace Alderman, as Alderman went down on the hit in the Massena zone earlier. He should be all right. He walked off on his own power. Here's Angstrom. Angstrom with a nice move, going to try to send Kenny Smith on the far side. Kenny Smith going to move up, hopefully. Nice play, nice shot. He puts it right by the goaltender, Kaiser, for Canton. Kaiser's down, a little upset. And Kenny Smith with a blast, a beautiful sending pass right there. And Ken Smith couldn't have a better shot on that.
I could just feel the excitement inside of me. When that pass came, I knew Kenny was gone because he's got the speed. And he stopped about the top of the 18. He took his time, and he placed that ball so nice. Kaiser came out and made a beautiful play to try and get that ball, but Kenny placed that so nice. It's too bad to see a goal like that go by on Kaiser after some of the fantastic saves he's made, but Kenny Smith with a beautiful shot there. And it all came, once again, who have I been talking about making most of the plays?
Engstrom.
Tony Engstrom. He settled the ball back in that defensive position at the stopper back position and settled the ball, took a look around. He saw Kenny Smith. He had him running, a beautiful ball that he put right to Kenny Smith, and then he let Kenny take it from there. So Massena goes up 2-0 in a big game between Canton here, and we're going to take it back to you, Kurt.
I always say, all these players that score these goals, that they deserve them. And no one's more deserving in this game to get a goal as Kenny Smith. He's been hustling the whole game. And number 48, Tony Engstrom, deserves as much as to get the assist on that one.
Exactly.
All right, back to action here. Number 28, that is Rycroft trying to make a play. Here's Smith setting up another play. Here's Josh Bamberg going to try to get a shot on net. And number 29
he was offsides on the play.
Offsides. Mark O'Shea is offsides on the play.
That was a beautiful play there and a beautiful look by Josh Bamberg there, but number 29 for Massena needed to stay in the same line of play as the defender before the ball came, and if he would have been the ball, he might not have got a foot on that, but he was offsides on it. It was a very good play by the referee, or a very good call. So Canton squeaks out of another opportunity, or Massena squeaks out of another opportunity of trying to get a goal there, and Canton.
Ken Smith with a nice cross trying to get it to O'Shea, but once again, Kaiser comes out of the net.
And awful close to that line. But a beautiful save by Kaiser again, Kurt.
All right, here's an Avenant at midfield, missed trap there, and Canton's going to try to make the play there. Mark O'Shea going to come on, and Canton takes the ball away. Number 10 at midfield, Wine. Wine's going to look inside. And there's Tony Engstrom. Couple arms filling. Mark O'Shea's going to get called with jumping in, as he did. He didn't really have a good play on the ball, and the Canton defender did. Number 20, Zeider for Canton. Nice ball into the middle. Engstrom coming strong. White push called on that one. The Canton Golden Bears defender had his back to the ball, and Engstrom had a nice play. He came on strong, made a nice play, got contact with the ball.
Both players played the ball, and no bodies came together.
Here's Canton with a chance. Number 36, Flint, on the kick.
Should put it right on net.
Canton off sides. Ball comes far post, and Reed comes out of the net, and he makes a save for Massena. Outstanding play by Brian Reed. If you're just joining us, Massena up 2-0. The second goal coming from Tony Engstrom's pass to Ken Smith. Ken Smith getting the goal, and the first goal scored by, Josh Bamberg from the assist number 26, Mike Hewlett. Tony Engstrom trying to push the ball out of the Massena zone. O'Shea trying to make the play on number 20, Zeider.
Canton rather needs to take the opportunities like they had there in those free kicks. And this late in the game, they need to put that ball right on net and hope that the Massena goalie is going to make the mistakes for their team and put it in the back of the net, whether it's a direct kick or an indirect kick, because you're not going to score unless you put the ball on net. It was a beautiful play there that they put through, and the goalie from Massena came out and made a nice play, but you need to put them balls on net in this later portion of the game because it's the only way it's going to go in the net.
Coming down to just about halfway through, John Paul Fauché. Halfway through the second half, John Paul Fauché looking wide to Josh Bamberg. Bamberg going to pass out to Todd Barnhart.
Oh.
Todd Barnhart gets crunched there, but he gets up and plays nicely there. Mike and Abbott with a blast, and it's going to go wide of the net. Looks like that ball's going to keep sailing, keep up in the air, but it's unable to.
20 minutes left to go in this game, and a barn burner it is. Plenty of time for Canton to put two in the back of the net. So Massena's going to need to play some real tough defense. Sorry about that, Kurt.
John Paul Fauché at midfield got away with a handball on the missed trap. And here's Mike and Avenant chipping it out to trying to get it to Acosta. Acosta trying to get it to Fauché and cleared out by Canton. And Avenant with a nice play. Number 22 with a head ball, McLean. Here's Mike Hewlett. Mike Hewlett's going to look upfield, sending it for Josh Bamberg. Josh Bamberg in a foot race. He's winning against one of the defenders from Canton, but number 28 makes a nice play, Rycroft, to clear the ball away. Jeremy Burt's going to come in the game for Massena. And he's going to replace Josh Spanberg. I think Coach Henry just wants to talk to Josh, and he's telling him to hurry around the field so he can talk to him.
Mike and Avenat now in for Engstrom for Massena also. So Mike and Avenat's got a lot hanging on his shoulders right now. He needs to keep up the defensive play that Massena's been providing for most of this game, and keep the ball up in the offensive zone so Massena can either put another one in the back of the net or at least hold Canton to this zero scoring.
Gerald Acosta with a nice pass to Mark O'Shea, intercepted by number 20, Zaire. Push-off called against Mark O'Shea, and number 20, Zaire comes up with an elbow, and Mark O'Shea and him are exchanging words right now, and we don't want to see that go any further. 32 puts it in the middle. Clark's going to try, and Derek Gladding with the head ball once again. His head's got to be sore. He's had like 4 or 5 head balls in the middle here in the second half. Here's Clark trying to outrace O'Shea. Ball goes far post, and Brian Reed lets it run, and it'll be a goal kick for Massena. A few players coming in for Massena, number 23, 24, and 27. That is Donnelly, Kay, and Green, along with number 34, I believe, for Canton is Bullock entering the game. Free kick, or goal kick taken by Gladding. Gladding goes far side looking for Jeremy Burt. Ball goes out of bounds off the clear for Canton, and Massena will have a free throw in far side, and Barnhart flips it up to Jeremy Marcel far side.
Dark night is turning out to be here. The game later on here, the sun's starting to go down a little bit earlier during the day, so our game's starting to get a little bit darker later on.
And the 4:15 starts are probably going to turn into 4 o'clock starts. They want to get these games in without any postponing anything. The game's starting at 4:15, sometimes not even until 4:30, as trouble getting the referees having travel time and getting off of their original jobs to come to the games, and getting all the volunteers here to help. And it just runs into more time, but 4 o'clock's the time that they're probably going to have to start some of these games to make sure they get them in. Going to have a throw-in for Canton.
Well, we have an injured player back here at just over half field down in Canton zone here.
Number 32, it looks like Clark for Canton, is down on the field.
And he looks to be in quite a bit of pain there. We're going to take this time to mention some of our sponsors once again, and we'll be back for some more NAC soccer action on Edwards Production Sports. Welcome back to Massena Central High School. It's a 2-0 game here. Massena Red Raiders over the Canton Golden Bears. Canton with now a throw-in down in the Massena zone after a stoppage of play here back at midfield for an injury to a Canton player. So we're back to action here. An exciting game that we said it would be. Canton with a lot of pressure in the first half, controlling most of the game, and Massena coming back and scoring another goal here in the second half to go up 2-0. Their first goal in the first half off a nice play from Mike Hewlett to Josh Spanberg, and then in the second half here, Engstrom sent the ball up on a nice through pass to Ken Smith, and Kenny Smith with a beautiful shot to put it past Kaiser for Canton. So we're back to play here. We're under 15 minutes left to play in the game here. Canton needs to keep the pressure that they've had on. I don't know if you can put any more than they've had on. They've been playing an outstanding game here, putting the pressure on the later half, trying to tie this up. And Massena playing some very good defense to keep Canton from doing any scoring attacking right now.
Mike Hewlett looking to take the ball away from the Canton defender. Number 15 coming on strong for Canton. Jeremy Marcel's going to make the play for Massena. Brian Reed comes out and makes a nice play for the Red Raiders.
It looks like the JV game is over. We're not sure who won that game right now, but if we come up with a score, we'll get it to you.
Number 27 with a missed head ball there. Green, and a whole slew of people for Massena. Engstrom, Spanberg, Smith, Alderman and Tile will come in the game for Massena.
The powerhouses for Massena will come in. This is going to be what they need to do. They might have to go the whole rest of the distance here. Maybe about 12 minutes left in this game now, and they're going to have to pour it on and go the distance for Massena to keep them to this 2-0 win.
Here's Derek Gladding, that's Mark Tile with a nice play. Getting it up to Mike Hewlett. Mike Hewlett's going to send the ball again, and a little bit too far. And the goaltender for Canton is going to try to track this one down. Massena's trying to send the ball a little bit too much there, Chad. Mike Hewlett sent a little too far ahead. Maybe they want to pass it a little bit more there in that situation. Here comes number 24 for Canton, Kay, sending the ball inside. Missed kick there by Derek Gladding, something you haven't seen Derek do all day. He's playing outstanding, and Brian Reed will make the play for the Red Raiders. High kick coming out. 3 jerseys for Canton, but Massena ends up coming with it. Push called against Jeremy Burt, and a questionable one there, but regardless, Canton will have a kick. Free kick midfield. 29 is Little. Mark Tile chased down this side. Ball coming right towards our camera. Number 27 will throw it in for Canton is Green. 14 minutes left here in the game. Massena up 2-0. Jeremy Burt makes a nice clearing pass. Alderman's going to try to take this missed kick by his counterpart, number 27 for Canton. Comes inside, Engstrom with a head ball on it. Another head ball at top of the 18, Canton. Number 34 and Ken Smith collide. Jeremy Burt trying to make a nice play there, as he does, but number 28, Rycroft, beats him to it, puts it down into the Massena zone. Ball comes far post, and it goes off the head of Derek Gladding as he went down. The ball hits the post, comes out. Canton has a chance. It looks like it hit the side of the net. It'll be a goal kick for the Red Raiders, and the Red Raiders get out of another one.
We have a corner kick, so it went off of a Massena player, so Canton's going to get a corner kick off of that, and that was Massena squeaked out of that one. That one looked like it was going in. Thank God for those posts for Massena's goaltenders.
Reed's best friend.
You betcha. So we have a stoppage of play right now.
Equipment adjustment for Reed.
Yep.
Josh Bamberg's going to enter the game, and he's going to take out Jeremy Burt, and Jeremy Burt putting in some good quality minutes there for the Raiders. Played outstanding, stopping a couple good plays that Canton had, along with Mike and Abenett coming in, and he'll replace, I believe, Andy Spanberg. No, he replaces Derek Gladding. Gladding coming off the field. Looks like he's a little upset. Maybe something happened to him.
Limping a little bit.
Yeah, he's walking around. Here comes the corner kick for Canton. Comes high. No one gets a hand on it except for the head of Canton. It'll be a goal kick for the Golden Bears. Number 22 for Canton will come in McLean. Number 32 Clark, and number 36 Flint for the Golden Bears.
Okay, we just got the highlights or the action from the JV game. The Canton Golden Bears won 3-1 over the Massena JVs. Canton scored all of their 3 goals in the first 5 minutes, and then Massena shut them down for the rest of the game there, but they just weren't able to put a couple more in the goal. So Canton takes away that one in the JV division, 3-1.
Alderman gets a sent pass from Tile. We got a trick called against number 27. I just noticed Mark Tile playing outstanding, sending the ball to Alderman. He's playing outstanding. He came on early. He wasn't what I noticed as being one of the regular players standing out for Massena's coach, Pat Henry, but I think he just needed to learn how Massena was playing their game, and he's settled in and played perfect with them.
That's right. He's done an excellent job. He's played a very strong game. He's had some nice passing for Lewis Alderman and also for Kenny Smith. He sent Kenny for a nice couple runs when he switched field, and we're going to see what's going to happen here. Lewis Alderman beats the one player, and he settles the ball back down.
Canton taking advantage of Lewis. Here we go. Mark Tile with a chance to get a shot on net, and he pushed the ball to Ken Smith.
Oh, Kenny Smith dragged off the ball.
There. Number 35. Number 35, Smith, dragging back Ken Smith, number 5 for Massena.
The referee had about 4 calls he could have called there. Kenny Smith was tackled on the play, and then he was mauled on the play, and then he was pushed on the play. So Engstrom should maybe take a direct kick on goal here. It is a direct kick, so
chance for Massena to score on this play.
The referee marking out the 10 yards as Engstrom asked for it. Engstrom's got a really good foot, and he can really place that ball. He should take the shot.
Top corner, I'm
Take the
guess.
shot. Nice hard shot there.
Low
And
corner.
too low. Too low and too wide. But
Mike and Abenett going to come off the field. Derek Gladney's going to replace him. And that's one of those things where Derek was lipping and wanted to make sure he's all right. And I'm sure Coach Henry wanted to talk to him a little bit. As Josh Spamberg came off the field, 2 minutes later he was back on because Coach Henry wanted to talk to him. That's outstanding because he pulled Andy Spamberg off the field the other day when he was his head wasn't in the game, got his head back into the game, and there it was, perfect for Coach Henry. He knows his players and he wants them to be to the best of their abilities out there. As Ken Smith breaks down the far side of the field, number 34 Bullock for Canton chasing him down also. Ken Smith trying to keep the ball in, be a throw-in for Canton, and number 20 will enter the game, Zeiter, and number 29 Little for the Canton Golden Bears.
Kenny Smith having an outstanding game for Massena tonight. A nice run down there. He, the number 35 for Canton did an excellent job of containing him over there and slowing Kenny down. Actually, that was Smith against Smith, but he did a very good job of containing Kenny down there, especially with Kenny's speed. And that's what Canton needs to do, is contain Kenny Smith and then get the ball back upfield and try and get some scoring opportunities here to try and bring this game either into a tie or maybe go ahead. And they're looking for a tie right now. Overtime, they won't mind going into overtime, I'm sure. But Massena really putting the pressure on right now. Canton's hasn't had an opportunity in about the last 2 or 3 minutes here to try and put the ball in the back of the net as it now turns towards the Massena goal.
Here's number 22 for Canton breaking down McLean. McLean with Bruno. A one-on-one here. Played by number 15, Martin. Martin looking back to McLean. A trip called against Canton via direct kick for Massena. Verno with a nice kick coming over midfield. Number 34 right there for Canton. Alderman with a nice trap. Number 34 was Bullock, but Alderman's going to take his time, try to look inside. Goes off of number 32. That is Clark. Josh Mamber going to settle a ball, move around, see what he has. 28 Rycroft on him. Nice move. Rycroft, couple nice slide tackles, pokes it away from Spamberg. And Spamberg's going to throw the ball in. Looking close to Tayo, or he's got Alderman far.
Plays it into Alderman, and then Alderman leaves it. Cross down inside. Here comes Hewlett. And he's unable to put it in. We got 8 minutes left to play here in the game. Massena 2-0, and Hewlett with a beautiful head on that one, and Kaiser for Canton right there again.
Mike Albert was telling me when we were doing the game, right before the game, he noticed some of the Massena players weren't concentrating when they were heading the ball. They weren't jumping up and getting the most of their body into the head balls. And I bet you that's one of the things Mike worked on. I was talking to his dad, and I think he said he was working on head balls with him because Mike had a headache for about 2 days afterwards because he wasn't used to it. I'm sure that's what happened there. Mike Hewlett probably learned from a little bit of Mike's experience and had a nice head ball on the goaltender from Canton. Here comes number 20, Zetter for Canton. Moving up, number 36, just getting a foot on it, getting into the zone is Flint. Number 22 going up in the air, McLean. McLean still controlling for Canton. Number 36 with a boomer, but it goes high and just a little bit low of the football goalpost over there. It'll be a goal kick for Massena with 7 minutes left in the game. So Massena's got Canton right where they want them with 7 minutes left, 2-0 lead.
It's been the game that we said it would be when we started out this broadcast earlier, and it's turned out to be that's for sure. Both teams really playing a tough game and a hard game, and Massena coming up big with their 2 goals, and the goalkeeper Brian Reed for Massena playing a good job in the goals and keeping Canton to a nothing score here in the second half, and Massena just needs to hold them off for about another 6 minutes and take home the win and stay in first place with an undefeated season so far. They've already claimed the division, I guess, from what you were saying earlier, even if they lost this game. So Massena does take the their division, and now they're going to see what happens when they start going into regional action and Section 10 action here for their playoffs and sectionals, and we'll see if they can keep the streak alive.
Well, if you would have told Pat Henry as of October 15th that they were going to beat Canton away and at home and be undefeated, 11-0-2, he wouldn't have believed you. I am almost positive he would not believe you if you would have told him that in August when they started practice. But just an outstanding team here for Massena, and good time for Massena to have a great boys soccer team, as it's our inaugural year to bring you boys soccer here, and
that's right.
It's great.
There's a lot of people might not have believed you if you would have said that earlier on, that they would have been undefeated and number one. But Massena surprised a lot of people. They've got a lot of talent out there, and they've really gelled together this year. It seems like every single player knows where the other one is, and they play a very conservative game. They settle the ball very nice, and when they do break it loose, they really know how to do it. They send the long balls. They know how to play it for Kenny Smith. They know how to put it to Lewis Alderman. And Engstrom in the backfield really knows how to settle the ball and look for his wingers and for his halfbacks. And Massena's controlling the midfield with Hewlett in there, and that's what you need. You need to have every single one of your strong players being able to play to their full ability. And Massena's letting them do that because everybody's gelling so nice. They're doing exactly what they got to do. And that's why they're coming up big with the big wins, and they're also in first place. And that's what it takes. The other teams have got their star players and their outstanding players, and Massena's just done a good job of defending against them and still letting their star players do what they've got to do. And I think that's been one of the big differences in Massena's success this year. And hopefully next year they're going to come back with the players that they do have staying and keep the streak alive.
All right, I'm going to throw one word out to you, Chad. One reason why Massena is playing so well is Coach Henry's fundamentals. That's the word I want. Just look at the way Massena traps the ball, looks up, sees where they have.
Another one of Massena's big plus is their speed. They've got a lot of speed out there. Lewis Alderman, Kenny Smith, Mike Hewlett's very fast. Engstrom, very fast. When he's caught up, doesn't take him long to get back. Number 44 for Massena playing in the middle of the field, Derek Gladding. He's doing an outstanding job. And the goaltending, hey, Brian Reed's coming up tough for Massena, and that's what you need. You need a good goaltender just as good as you need your best goal scorers. So Massena's got a well-rounded team, and Canton's got a well-rounded team. But Massena had maybe luck on their side also this year, but they've played an outstanding year. And hopefully we're going to see them do a lot of
wow,
a lot of this nice scoring attack coming up in the later portions of the
32 with a shot on net. Clark and Brian Reed's right there with a one-handed save just to stop the ball. Just an outstanding play by Canton to get a couple of shots off there, and Brian Reed was there.
And there's the defense we've been talking about. Massena playing good defense.
Two teams I do not want to see Massena meet in Section 10 is the Edwards-Knox Cougars, tied Massena 4-4. Eric Hansen scoring all 4 goals for Edwards-Knox and just had Massena in an uproar. Also, I don't want to see him face Morristown. Morristown beat them in their tournament. I'd like to see him meet them and beat them, but I don't know if I want to take that chance. But both teams having outstanding teams this year and beating Massena. And those are the only two teams, the smaller schools, beating Massena this year. Lewis Alderman looking at midfield to control the ball there. Mike Hewlett gets the ball taken away. And just an outstanding play by number 26, it looks like, by Canton, as Ken Smith will control the ball right here with Zeider on him. Zeider makes a nice play. It looked like it went off Smith on the rebound, but Massena will get the throw in as Mark Tile will throw it in. Tile will throw it in with less than 2 minutes left to play here. Ken Smith with a nice trap. Moves it right around Zeider. Smith will move around number 34 there. Push down there by number 28. Now it is 2 minutes.
Massena holding them again, and when Massena goes into the sectional play here, you can catch all the action right here in Edwards Production Sports. We're going to make sure that we're there to cover this. Massena, an undefeated team. We're going to stay right with them for all the action, and you'll be able to catch it here right in Edwards Production Sports. And if we can't make it to a game, of course, you can find the highlights and the scoring action on Sports Vision on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock, hosted by Kurt Wood and Timmy Cole. So we'll be here to cover all the NAC boys action here for Massena coming up in the Section 10 playoffs. Also this weekend, stay tuned to Edwards Production Sports. We're going to do something that wasn't on our schedule for the season, but we are going to travel to Malone. We're going to cover the Malone and Massena football game, and that there is for for second place and home field advantage. That's going to be a makeup game that we're doing for the Governor Massena game that we're unable to do there. So we're going to be there in Malone, so make sure you stay tuned to that action. That's going to be a big game there. Malone rather, coming out with a big passing attack that they have, and Massena's going to come out with the running that they have, and it's going to be a good matchup. We're going to have to see who comes out with that, but you'll be able to see that on Edwards Production Sports and also highlights on Sports Vision.
All right, this is one thing Massena wants to see is Donna Jacoby on the field, because that means there's just about 1 minute left in the game. Mark Tayo adding a little icing on the cake, putting it inside as Lewis Alderman comes on to the goaltender Kaiser. Kaiser's going to try to clear the ball quickly as Canton needs a goal here in the second half, and I think Massena's going to end up with a win here.
Tonight, or actually on Thursday nights, don't forget you can catch Coach's Corner from Syracuse University with Coach Paul Pasqualoni from the football team. You can catch that on Edwards Productions Television, cable channel 36, of course, at 7 o'clock on Thursdays. And when football season is done, we're going to move right into the basketball season. I'm pretty sure they'll still be sending us Coach's Corner after the NCAA rulings there against Syracuse University. Massena comes up with the win, 2-0 against Canton in an outstanding game that it was, Kurt. We said it was going to be, and what a finish. Just an outstanding finish. Tony Engstrom with a pass to Ken Smith on the second goal for Massena, the insurance goal, and the winning goal scored by number 49, Josh Spanberg, with the assist from Mike Hewlett and his brother creating the play, Andy Spanberg, to start everything off. So Massena coming out unscathed, 11-0 in soccer action here, and just an outstanding game to beat Canton. And Canton, the powerhouse that they were, Massena played an outstanding game. Once again, the passing attack, and hey, they didn't get out of this game without some bumps and bruises. It was a real tough game, but we want to thank everybody for joining us. We hope that you're going to stay with us and watch us at home for the boys when they travel or wherever they're going to be for their Section 10 playoffs and stuff. I think they'll get a home field advantage with the record that they have. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't, at least the first round, maybe even the second round. Well, it makes it easier for us, so we're going to go up against them, and I can't wait to shake the hands of the Massena Red Raiders. We're going to leave you now. For Kurt Wood, I'm Chad Edwards. We want to thank you for joining us here for NAC Boys Soccer Action from the Massena Central High School, right here on Edwards Production Sports.